Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something I think we've all dealt with. Those days when it feels like the universe is just conspiring against you. We're going to break down how to handle all those little frustrations by getting to know a part of ourselves that's usually running the show behind the scenes, the ego. Let's dive in.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you? Let's walk through it with someone we'll just call Alex, who is having one of the worst of those days. And it always starts with something small, doesn't it?
So the day kicks off with a classic. You guessed it, a coffee stain right down a clean shirt. Annoying? For sure. But, on its own, whatever, right? The problem is, it's never just the coffee. It's just the first little domino to fall. And then, of course, the commute. Alex hits that bumper-to-bumper, engine-off kind of traffic. And with every minute that crawls by, it stops feeling like a delay and starts feeling like a personal attack. You can just feel that pressure building, right? And then, boom, the final straw. In a big meeting, a coworker just straight up takes credit for Alex's brilliant idea, presenting it as their own. And that's it. We're way past frustration now. This is anger, betrayal, that feeling of being completely overwhelmed. Alex has officially hit the wall.
But what if I told you there's a totally different way to look at this? There's this incredible quote from A Course in Miracles, and it goes, "I'm never upset for the reason I think." This idea suggests that none of that stuff, the coffee, the traffic, even the colleague, none of it is the real reason Alex is suffering. They're just the triggers. So that feeling, that pit in your stomach, the anger, the hurt, think of it like an alarm bell going off inside your head. Beep, beep, beep. It's not the actual problem. It's a signal. It's telling you, hey, you've just fallen into an old pattern. Your ego just got triggered. So what is this ego thing anyway? Well, the ego is that voice in our head, that false sense of I that gets super attached to how things should be. It's the part of you that needs the commute to be easy, that needs to get the credit for your work. And when the real world doesn't play along with its plans, it throws a fit. That's the alarm bell. It's the ego screaming, this shouldn't be happening. And that reaction doesn't just feel awful, it totally clouds your judgment. Okay, so the alarm is blaring, you're upset. Your first instinct is probably to lash out, right? To complain, to blame someone, to fight back. But wait, there is a much, much more powerful way to handle this. Instead of fighting fire with more fire, you don't fight at all. You meet that obstacle with its total opposite, stillness. It's this practice of non-resistance, of just being present with whatever's happening, no matter how tough it feels. So how do we actually do that? It's actually a pretty simple 3-step process. Step 1, just notice the feeling. No judgment. Just, oh, okay, I'm feeling upset. That's you hearing the alarm. Step 2, and this one is everything, you pause. You create just a little bit of space before you react. No blaming, no complaining. And then step 3, you consciously bring this deep sense of calm, this penetrating stillness to the whole situation. All right, let's put this into action. Let's go back to Alex, who is still absolutely furious about that colleague. The old reactive Alex would have gone in, guns blazing, or at least spent the rest of the day complaining. But the new Alex has a different tool. You can really see the difference here. On one side, you've got that classic ego reaction, fighting, complaining, resisting what's happening. And that road, it only ever leads to suffering and conflict. But on the other side, you have a conscious response. You allow it, you accept it. Now, accepting doesn't mean you like what happened. It just means you stop fighting the fact that it did happen. And from that place of stillness, you can finally see things clearly. So right there, in that moment with a colleague, Alex tries it. They just drop all the judgment. They let go of that story spinning in their head, the he's out to get me narrative. Instead, they just look at what is. He said this is what's happening now, pure presence. And you know what? Something pretty incredible happens. That white-hot anger, that feeling of being hurt, it just starts to dissolve. The situation outside hasn't changed one bit, but inside, everything has. The situation has lost its power over Alex. Now that is the power of consciousness. And this is the real kicker. This isn't just some emergency brake you pull when your day is a total disaster. This is a way of life. It's a practice you can bring into literally every single moment, turning the ordinary into something extraordinary. This quote says it all, really. What you do is secondary. but how you do it is primary. Think about that. It's not so much about the task itself, it's about the state of consciousness, the energy you bring to that task. Are you bringing that frantic, ego-driven energy, or are you bringing a sense of calm, of presence?
I love this example. Picture an airport worker. Someone asks for directions. They could be rushed, annoyed, just pointing a finger. Or they could be fully present. They could look the person in the eye, smile, and give the directions with this calm presence. In that moment, they're not just giving directions. They're literally transmitting a sense of peace. Any little thing you do can become a vehicle for that. So, I want to leave you with this. Just for today, what's one thing, just one, that you can meet with stillness? Maybe it's washing the dishes, sitting in traffic, or even just listening to someone without interrupting. Where can you drop the fight and just be present? Because that, right there, is where everything starts to change.